Hello everyone. Today's topic is simultaneous linear equations part 1 of class 9. First I will start with linear equation in one variable. Okay. I have given some examples as you can see. 2x minus 8 is equal to 0, 5x plus 2 is equal to 0, 3x is equal to 0. Now let us move to the general form. The general form of any linear equation in one variable is ax plus b is equal to 0, where x is the variable, a and b are real numbers such that a is not equal to 0. B can be 0, okay, but a cannot be 0, okay. See these three examples. 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. Here a is 2, b is minus 8. Next example, 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. A is 5, b is plus 2. Sign is also very important, okay. Next example, 3x is equal to 0, a is 3, there is no constant term, so b is equal to 0 here, okay. That means b can be 0 but a cannot be 0, okay. Now solution, you know how to solve this from your lower classes. Suppose 2x minus 8 is equal to 0, then on solving you will get x is equal to 4. You know how to solve, okay, I am not explaining. 5x plus 2 is equal to 0, on solving you will get x is equal to minus 2 by 5. Okay, so on solving any linear equation in one variable we get only one solution, okay, only one. So I have written here, as you can see, a linear equation in one variable has only one solution, okay. Remember this, it is important. Now let us move to linear equation in two variables, okay. It will be same type but just one more variable will be introduced. For example, see 2x plus 3y plus 5 is equal to 0. It is also linear, means the power of the variables are 1. See, x power 1, y power 1, okay. It is also linear. Simply the difference is that in place of one variable we have two variables, okay. I have taken one more example, 4x minus y minus 3 is equal to 0. One more example, 5x minus 3y is equal to 0. Now let us move to the general form. It is important, okay. The general form of any linear equation two variables is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where x and y are variables, okay. A, b and c are real numbers such that the condition is, in linear equation one variable also there was a condition, a is not equal to 0. Here also there is one condition, a square plus b square is not equal to 0. What does that mean? It means a and b are not 0 simultaneously. That means a can be 0 but at that time b should not be 0, or b can be 0 but at that time a should not be 0. Means together they cannot be 0, one of them can be 0, okay. You can see here 2x plus 3y plus 5 equal to 0. A is 2, b is 3, c is 5. Next example, a is 4, b is minus 1, c is minus 3. Next example, a is 5, b is minus 3, there is no c, means 0. C is 0, okay. C can be 0, and out of a and b one can be 0, the other should not be 0, okay. Now as you can see, I have taken an example of linear equation in one variable, okay. See, 2x minus 7 is equal to 0. This is clearly a linear equation in one variable. Now this can be modified and represented as a linear equation in two variables. See, 2x plus 0 into y, which is 0, okay. 2x plus 0 into y minus 7 is equal to 0. So you can see a is 2, b is 0, c is minus 7, okay. So a is 2, b is 0, c is minus 7. This is possible. According to the condition, out of a and b, one can be 0. Means if b can be 0, but at that time a should not be 0. So condition satisfied. That means this linear equation in one variable is also a linear equation in two variables. Okay, remember this. Similarly, I have taken one more example, 3y plus 10 is equal to 0. When we see it, we are sure that it is a linear equation in one variable, which is y. I have taken y this time, okay. But this can be modified and represented as a linear equation in two variables. See here, we can write it as 0 into x plus 3y plus 10 is equal to 0. A is 0, b is 3, c is 10. So out of A and B, one is 0. It is acceptable, no problem. Okay. So this is also a linear equation in two variables. So 3y plus 10 is equal to 0, which is originally a linear equation one variable y, can also be represented as a linear equation in two variables. So remember this, every linear equation one variable, as I have written, you can see every linear equation in one variable is also a linear equation in two variables. Don't forget this. Okay, don't think that one variable is different and two variables are different. Every linear equation one variable is definitely a linear equation in two variables also. Now let us go for a solution. Okay, linear equation one variable has unique solution, one solution only. Now let us see how many solutions we can get for a given linear equation in two variables. Okay, suppose I have taken one more example, 2x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, here there are two variables. If I want, I can keep x alone or y alone. Okay, first I have made x alone. See, so 2x will be y minus 1, minus y and plus 1 will go to the right. If 2x is y minus 1, then x will be y minus 1 whole by 2. In this equation, so this equation is not different from the original equation. Okay, it is just a modified version. Okay, here x is alone, so the variable which is alone is called dependent variable. Remember this. And the variable which is with other constants, it is called independent variable. Okay, why x is called dependent variable? Because its value will depend on y and y will be independent. Okay, so remember, the variable which is alone is called dependent variable. Okay, and it depends on the independent variable. Okay, the same equation, okay, the same equation I have started with, you can see 2x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. This time I have made y alone. Okay, so you can see I have taken minus y to the right, so 2x plus 1 is equal to y, or y is equal to x plus 1. This time y is alone. Okay, this time you can see y is alone, x is with other constants. So here y has become dependent variable and x has become independent variable. Here y depends on x. In the previous case, x dependent on y. Okay, it depends on you. You can make x alone or you can make y alone. Means you can make x the dependent variable or you can make y the dependent variable. It depends on you. But usually we prefer y as the dependent variable. Okay, but it is not mandatory. Okay, you can do as you wish. Now let us go for solution. Okay, to find the solution, we can choose any of the two cases, either x dependent or y dependent. I have taken this one, y dependent. Okay, so x is independent. So first I will choose value of x, then y will depend on x. Okay, so first I have taken randomly x is equal to 0. If x is 0, what will be y? Clearly 2x plus 1. So 2 into 0 plus 1, which gives us 1. Then randomly I have taken one more value for x, suppose 2. What will be y? Again 2x plus 1. So 2 into 2 plus 1 will give us 5. If x is minus 3, what will be y? 2 into minus 3 plus 1, which gives us minus 5. If x is 5, what will be y? 2 into x plus 1 means 2 into 5 plus 1, which gives us 11. If x is minus 5, y will be 2 into minus 5 plus 1, that will give us minus 9. So as you can see, randomly I am choosing values for the independent variable, and corresponding to those values I am getting different values of the dependent variable. Okay, so in this way, if we continue randomly taking values for x and getting values of y, how many values of x and how many values of y we can get? Definitely infinite. That means a given linear equation two variable, this is two variable. Okay, a given linear equation two variables has infinitely many solutions. Okay, so as you can see here, I have written a linear equation in two variables has infinitely many solutions. Do not forget it. Okay, don't think that a linear equation two variable will have two solutions. No, not two, infinitely many. Okay, now I think you have clearly understood what is linear equation two variables. Now let us move to pair of linear equations in two variables or simultaneous linear equation. which is our topic. Okay, now pair means 2. Okay, pair means 2. That means we will take 2 linear equations in 2 variables. You can see I have taken one, 2x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0. I have taken another, x minus 2y minus 7 is equal to 0. In this chapter we will be learning how to solve such equations, simultaneous equations. Simultaneous means together. Okay, as you know, just now I have told that a linear equation in 2 variables has infinitely many solutions. So definitely this first equation, okay, 2x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0, will have infinitely many solutions. Similarly, x minus 2y minus 7 is equal to 0, the other equation, will also have infinitely many solutions. Okay, but there will be one such solution. Okay, remember, there will be one such solution which will be common to both of them. Okay, that means there will be one such value of x and one such value of y which will satisfy both the equations. We are going to find that. Okay, we will be learning that in this chapter. Okay, so there are some methods of solving such equations. There are 3 methods. Okay, the first method is called substitution method. Okay, let us see how to let us see the method. Okay, write the first equation, 2x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0, equation 1. Next equation, x minus 2y minus 7 is equal to 0, equation 2. Now choose one of the 2 equations as you wish. Okay, either 1 or 2. I have started from 2. Okay, but it is not mandatory. I have started from 2, x minus 2y minus 7 is equal to 0. Now your work is to get a dependent variable. Okay, so that also depends on you. You can make x the subject, means x the dependent variable, or you can make y the dependent variable, as you wish. Okay, here I have made x the dependent variable, because if I make y the dependent variable, it is not wrong. Okay, if I want, I can make y the dependent variable, it is not wrong. But what will happen, see, if I make y alone, then minus 2y I have to take to the right. Okay, so I will get in the next step, if I do it, okay, x minus 7 is equal to 2y, then 2 I have to bring to the left again, so x minus 7 whole by 2 is equal to y. So then only y will become dependent variable. But y will be x minus 7 whole by 2. That means we are getting a fraction. Okay, and I had told you to avoid fraction. Always be in integers. Okay, avoid fraction, decimal, they are little dangerous. Okay, so for that reason I have not made y the subject, means dependent variable. Although a few minutes ago I had told you that we prefer to make y the dependent variable, but this time I made x the dependent variable, just for the reason that if I make y the dependent variable, I will get fraction, and I want to avoid fraction. Okay, so as you can see, x has become dependent, which is equal to 2y plus 7. Let it be equation 3. Actually this equation is not different from equation 2. Okay, this equation 3 is just a modified version of equation 2, but still I have named it equation 3. Now what we will do, we will put this equation 3 in equation 1. Okay, since I got equation 3 from 2, I will put it in 1. Okay, I will put it in 1. If I would have got this equation 3 from equation 1, I would have put it in equation 2. Remember this. Okay, as you can see, if equation 3 we get from equation 2, then you have to put this equation 3 in equation 1, the other equation. If we get equation 3 from equation 1, then you have to put equation 3 in the other equation, that is equation 2. Remember this. Okay, don't put in the same equation, nothing will get. Okay, so I have taken the first equation because I had got equation 3 from the second equation. So the first equation is 2x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0. Now 2 into, in place of x, put equation 3, because x is equal to, we had got x is equal to 2y plus 7 from equation 3. This value we will put in equation 1 here in place of x. So in place of x we will write 2y plus 7. Okay, so as you can see, I have done that. In place of x I put its value, which is 2y plus 7, which I got from equation 3. Now 2 whole 2y plus 7 plus y minus 4 is equal to 0. On simplifying this, I will get 5y plus 10 is equal to 0, which is actually a linear equation in one variable. Okay, that means our target in this method is to get a linear equation in one variable from a linear equation in two variables. Okay, that is our target, because it is very easy to solve a linear equation in one variable. Okay, so as you can see, I have got linear equation one variable y. So 5y plus 10 equal 0, 5y is equal to minus 10, y is equal to minus 2. This you know how to solve. So we got value of y. Now how to get the value of x? Put this value that you got, y or x. You may get y, you may get x. Okay, depending on the dependent variable. Okay, actually we had made x the dependent variable, so we got first y. Okay, had we made y the dependent variable, first we would have got x. Okay, now after getting y, to get x, what I have to do? I have to put this value in the third equation, latest equation. Okay, what is the third equation? X is equal to y plus 7 from equation 3. Now put the value of y, 2 into minus 2, okay, plus 7. So on solving, we get plus 3. So y is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to plus 3. Okay, I had told you that the two equations will have infinitely many solutions, but there will be one such solution which will be common to both. Means we will get one such value of x and one such value of y which will satisfy both the equations. Okay, and we have got y is equal to minus 2, x is equal to 3. Let us verify whether these two values satisfy both the equations. Okay, but this is not necessary. Okay, just to make you understand, I have done this, but you don't need to do this in the exam. Okay, or in your copy. You can see I have taken the first equation first, which is 2x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0. Let us put the values of x and y and check whether the equation is satisfied or not. X is 3, y is minus 2. On solving the left hand side, okay, I get 0, which is equal to 0, true. Okay, that means the equation is completely satisfied. Okay, so first equation is satisfied. Now let us check whether second equation is satisfied or not. The second equation was x minus 2y minus 7 is equal to 0. You can put the values of x and y. X is 3, y is minus 2. On putting, we will get 3 minus 2 into minus 2 minus 7 is equal to 0. Okay, solve the left hand side, we will get 0, which is equal to 0 on the right hand side, which is true. That means the second equation is also satisfied. Okay, so hence we get one value of x and one value of y which satisfy both the equations. Okay, hence this is the solution. Okay, so this is the first method. Okay, this verification you don't need to do. Okay, the second method is called elimination method, and I believe that this is the best method. Okay, and I advise you to use this method always. Okay, if you are specifically instructed to use substitution method, then don't use elimination method. But if no method is mentioned, okay, there is one more method also. If no method is mentioned, then I advise you to use this method only, that is elimination method, because it is easier. Okay, suppose I have taken the same two equations. Okay, so we should get 3 and minus 2 as we got in the previous method. Okay, let us see. The first equation is 2x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0. The second equation is x minus 2y minus 7 is equal to 0. Now see, in this method what we do, what is our target actually, we equate the coefficients. Okay, either x or y, that depends on you. You can make the coefficients of x same, or you can make the coefficients of y same. Here I have equated the coefficients of y. I have targeted y first. Okay, but it is not mandatory. You can start with x first. See the two equations. In the first equation, the coefficient of y is 1. Second equation, the coefficient of y is minus 2. If you neglect the sign, simply 2. So we have 1 and 2. Okay, what is LCM of 1 and 2? 2. Okay, so anyhow I have to get 2. Here already there is 2, so no need to change this equation. Okay, simply you need to change this equation. Change means we have to modify this equation. How to bring 2 here? If I multiply 2 in the first with the first equation. Okay, so what I have done, you can see, multiplying equation 1 by 2, we get 2 into the first equation. What we will get? 4x plus 2y minus 8 is equal to 0. This is the first equation. Okay. Now just copy the second equation, which was x minus 2y minus 7 is equal to 0. Okay. So we have got the two equations. The first one is modified one. Okay. First one is modified one. Now see, don't look at the coefficients of x or the constant term. Simply look at y, because we have targeted y. This is our target. Okay. So the coefficients of y are now 2 and minus 2. How can you cancel 2y and minus 2y? If we add them, it's very simple. If we have 2y and minus 2y and we want to cancel, then we have to add them. Okay. Suppose we had, plus 2y and here also plus 2y, then what would we have done? Obviously subtract. Okay. So that depends on the sign. If you have opposite sign, plus and minus, as you can see, then add. If you have same sign, then subtract. Remember this. Your target is to cancel. Okay. So as you can see, I have added in order to cancel 2y and minus 2y. That is my target. Okay. So now x means plus x. Okay. Simply see the sign. So plus into plus is plus, minus 2y. Okay. Minus. So plus into minus is minus. Okay. Minus 7. So minus is there. So plus into minus is minus. Here plus 0 is there, means plus. So plus into plus is plus. Okay. Now don't look at the original signs. Look at the new signs which I have put in brackets. Plus, minus, minus, plus. Okay. Now plus 2y and minus 2y will cancel. So these two are cancelled. Okay. Then 4x plus x gives you 5x. This is already eliminated. Then minus 8, minus 7. Don't look at the original sign. Look at the new sign. Minus 8, minus 7 gives you minus 15, which is equal to 0. So now y is eliminated. So what we have got now? We have got a linear equation in one variable, that is x. Now it is very easy to solve. 5x minus 15 is equal to 0. On solving, we will get x is equal to 3. In the previous method also we had got x equal to 3. Okay, you might remember. Now let us go for y. Already we have got x. Now how to get y? Put this value of x in any of the two equations, original equations, any of the two, as you wish. Okay. I have taken the first equation. Okay. I have taken the first equation. You can take the second equation, no problem. So 2x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0. X is 3. We just now we have got. So 2 into 3 gives us 6. Plus y minus 4 is equal to 0. Y is positive, so don't disturb it. 6 minus 4 is 2. Y plus 2 is 0. On solving, y is equal to minus 2. In the previous method also we had got y is equal to minus 2. And no need to verify. Okay. So these are the two values. X is equal to 3 and y is equal to minus 2. I hope this method is better. Okay. Third method is called cross multiplication method. Okay. This is also a good method, but you have to remember. Okay. As long as you are in this chapter, you will remember. But after you move on to next chapters, if you move on 4 to 5 chapters, then you may forget this formula. So I will advise not to use this method. Okay. If asked, then use it. Otherwise, don't use it. Okay. You may commit mistake. Suppose first equation is of the form a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. Okay. The general form is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. I have taken 1, 1, 1 just to differentiate between the two equations. Okay. So first one is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. The second one is a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Okay. Now directly we can get x and y from a formula, and this diagram will help you to remember the formula. Draw a circle. This you don't need to draw in the exam. Okay. This is just a trick to remember the formula. Okay. Draw a circle. Okay. Suppose here is A, here is B, here is C. Okay. Put arrow mark in anti-clockwise direction. I think you understand anti-clockwise direction, opposite of the clockwise direction. Okay, so A to B, then B to C, then C to A. Okay, this is anti-clockwise. Okay, now what is X? What is the value of X? X is related to A, as you can see. X is with A, so put your finger at A. Put your finger at A. Then what is the next coefficient? B. So start with B. So the formula will be B1C2 minus B2C1. B to C only, okay? From B to C. So 1, 2, 2, 1. B1C2 minus B2C1. As you can see, B1C2 minus B2C1 whole by. Okay? Now for the denominator, you have to keep your finger at C. Keep your finger at C for the denominator. Okay? Now after C, what comes? A. You can see the arrow mark is towards A. So start from A to B. So again A1 B2 minus A2 B1. As you can see, I have written A1 B2 minus A2 B1. This is the formula. Okay. Similarly, what will be Y? You can see Y is related to B. So put your finger at B. Okay. Put your finger at B. Ready? After B, what comes? C. You can see the arrow mark pointing towards C. So start from C to A. From C to A. Okay. So again 1 to 2 1. So C1A2 minus C2A1. Okay. See here I have written C1A2 minus C2A1 whole by denominator is same. Just copy A1 B2 minus A2 B1. You can see A1 B2 minus A2 B1. Okay. So remember the method. Keep X. Then put your finger at A. Start from the next, which is B. B to C. 1 to 2 1. B1 C2 minus B2 C1 whole by, put your finger at C, A1 B2 minus A2 B1. Okay, this is the formula for X. Similarly, we can find for Y. Put your finger at B, then start from C to A. Okay, and denominator is same as in case of X. This can be derived, but I have not derived because it is not necessary. Okay, but this can be derived using the second method, that is elimination method. Okay. I have taken the same example, okay, and I have solved using the cross multiplication method. Same example, okay. 2x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0, x minus 2y minus 7 is equal to 0. Now let us write the coefficients. What is a1 2, b1 1, c1 minus 4. As you can see, a1 2, b1 1, c1 is minus 4. Now a2 b2 c2, a2 is 1. You can see a2 is 1, b2 is minus 2, c2 is minus 7, minus 7. Okay, sign is very important. Okay, don't neglect the minus sign. So we have got a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2. Okay, now let us find x using the formula, which is b1 c2 minus b2 c1 whole by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. What is b1 into c2? Check. 1 into minus 7, which is minus 7. Then minus. What is b2 into c1? Check. Minus 2 into minus 4, which is plus 8. So 8. Minus was already there. Okay. Whole by, what is a1 b2? 2 into minus 2, which is minus 4, as you can see. Minus. What is a2 b1? Check. 1 into 1, which is 1. Okay. So we get minus 7, minus 8, which is minus 15. Minus 4, minus 1, which is minus 5. Okay. Minus cancel. 15 by 5 is 3. Again we got 3. In the previous two methods also we have got 3. Okay. Now let us go for y. Its formula is c1a2 minus c2a1 by denominator is same, a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Let us see what is c1a2. C1a2 means minus 4 into 1, which gives us minus 4. As you can see, I have written minus. Okay, minus. What is c2 into a1? Let us check. c2 into a1 is minus 7 into plus 2, which is minus 14. So I have written minus 14. So minus 14 whole by, you don't need to calculate again what is a1 b2 minus a2 b1, because we have already calculated for x. Just copy paste. Okay, we have already calculated what was the value, minus 5. So just write minus 5. Okay. Now next step, minus 4 plus 14, minus minus plus, so minus 4 plus 14 whole by minus 5, which gives us plus 10 by minus 5, which gives us minus 2. So this is the value of y. The same value we had got in the previous two methods. Okay, so this is the third method, which is called cross multiplication method. Okay, if you are able to remember this method, then it is very good. Okay, if you face problem in remembering, then better you avoid this formula. Okay, so this is the end of simultaneous linear equations part 1. Okay.